a full blown out war to save Kaneki right now. The ghouls, and I mean the fucking ghouls, the dubs, everyone's being out, even the one-eyed owl. And I'm like, yo, this is the fucking bang and fucking huge finale that we need right now on Tokyo Ghoul. It's just like everything is being set straight out. I'm gonna say, like, again, Jason, any fucking scene with Jason throughout this entire anime, just censor it. Because there's just torturing going on, and it's like, is Kaneki actually counting, like, how many times, like, he's beaten him up or something? Like, he was saying 452, 6, like, he was counting. And that was like, I think, is that like the only way he can keep his sanity or something? Like, because we find there is something interesting about, like, Jason in this episode, that he actually went through the same torturing technique, and that he would actually put up this new, like, psycho barrier and create this new, like, personality within himself, being Jason. And I like it that he's actually got the mask as well. So yeah, it's the Jason we all pretty much know first for all of us. So yeah, we pretty much know which Jason it is. But not to mention as well, I feel like Jason is trying to do the same transformation inside of Kaneki. Maybe like that's what the white hair transformation is, that it's another personality in Kaneki, like it's connected to, maybe it has like Rize's psychotic personality, but then it also has as well that grasp of like, oh, and it's like, it's controlled with Rize's like madness, but then with Kaneki as well, since he's very sensible and he's very calm. Maybe it's just like a combined thought. It's like combining like Wimpy Suna and like Hyper Dying Will Mode Badass from like Hitman Reborn. Like, I had a feeling that it's gonna be like that. I gotta lie, but like, I love fucking Amon's new weapon, Kura. Like, it is such an awesome Quinque. It looks like a giant halberd or greatsword, it looks like, from like the first design. Like, it kind of had a feeling around me like of Ichigo's original Zanpakuto in Bleach. Like, it was that really huge massive thing, but take out the little curve at the end of it for the actual blade tip. And it's actually two swords in one. It's a very interesting design since he was used to the giant club mat. So I'm guessing that Amon is very used to this long range sort of style, using like the kind of massive club mallet thing that he had previously, and now training it for two awesome dual wielding swords. Like, yo, everything can be made better by dual wielding or free wielding swords, as we know for Zoro's sake. It's just fucking awesome, and he took out those two ghouls like they were nothing. And just the true fit. I just loved when the doves were going in, the white hair was just going in, like just decided to gun everyone down. But when they saw the one-eyed owl, which is the only other person that we know is kind of like Kaneki, and we just see that pretty much the guy is saying, if you want to lose your men, then you keep them there. But it's like, you whoever feels like dying in honor and all that, and you're not gonna, I like how they just, you're not gonna buy time, you're gonna die. I'm like, how fucking strong is the one-eyed owl if pretty much no one can take him? Like, have they got any countermeasures at all for the dubs? Can they even have anyone there that can, in the whole, like, government that can even take down this guy? Like, how crazy powerful. And that's a hint as well. Maybe if we ever get a second season of anime, which it depends if we ever do or not. But it also leaves a big theory that the one-eyed owl's power level right now is what Kaneki can be later on in the series. And it's a very interesting thing that I'm finding, like, this is something that Kaneki can become. So I'm very interested in how they were teasing with that white hair at the end. I'm like, yo, that is what I wanted to see throughout the entire series. And you gotta say that for the finale, like, and just see that, you know, freaking Toka's gonna go against her brother like, Ayato, and not to mention as well, we saw like Tsukiyama, we saw everyone. Pretty much, like, you know, there was a bit of censoring here and there, which, you know, it's really is like, we battered the censoring to death. I mean, you don't hear that for like 12 weeks in a row. Like, come on. But, like, the only thing notable, and this is the only issue with this episode, and it's a big issue as well, and that is the pacing. The pacing in this episode, while I love this episode, it is so noticeable in this. It kind of brings me back to Magi Syndrome, where I'm like, oh my god, what they... Dude, I'm kind of glad that I'm not reading the manga, because I feel like, oh my god, this must have just gone for chapters. This must have just been a volume here. I'm guessing what we're going through now is that we're, for the last two episodes, or who knows, we're definitely going for a volume and a half, to go through, because I've heard that through this Whitehead thing we've got to go through a lot of content, so I imagine we're going to go through literally 2 to 2.5, hell even 3 volumes at the end. So definitely I'm kind of worried about the last episode of Ghoul, and at the same time it's like I know there's going to be so much content I'm going to love, and overall I love Ghoul. This is an 8.5 for me. This was like still an amazing episode, a lot of content and all that. But, you know, just the fast pacing and the small little censorship was just the only things that would stop this episode from being a 9 and 10, you know, onward. It's still amazing content, though. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. But that's all from me. Also, thank you very much for watching as always. Remember, I'll see you guys next time. Strike like a panda and keep being fucking Ghoul fans.